What on earth is that? Looks like a stone, although it also looks like a piece of glass. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh well, it's our last ride today, and we've got to shoot whatever's left, but it's the driest day today. And the irony was that Thursday today was supposed to be the worst day of the week. It's now turned out to be the best day. We're going to be shooting the blue version of the long sleeve and the Epic Climbs jersey, which, I don't know if you can see, has some epic climbs on it, and the new base layer. So, a few things to get done today, and 110k. Lovely.
I gotta find somewhere for a wee.
When you say you feel low and good things are hard to see, when you pray to find love, I know somewhere we could be. There's a place where we can go tonight. The rhythm will make it right, where everyone is happy and the sun will shine all night. We could have a good time, let everybody sing. Why don't you let yourself slip out of control? We could have a good time, let everybody sing. Get your feet up on the floor.
That's it, Ed. That's it. Our GoPro's been having a funny 5 minutes. It hasn't been switching on. Might be the cold weather. I don't know what it is. We climbed a massive climb, and then we stopped at the top, got some lunch. We're descending down this mountain now. I've got 7% battery left on my Wahoo. It's definitely not going to make it, but I'm not really bothered about that. I'm more bothered about the stunning scenery that we've had today on some particularly dry roads. Well, fabulous ride, totally enjoyed, and I have to say I do need to come back. Without a doubt, I need to come back. It's been a long day today. We've got some mileage done, got some downhills done, which have been great fun. Probably more fun than the climbing. I'm going to say that now, more fun than the climbing.
So, would I recommend Girona? In short, yes. In long, well, there's lots of reasons why I would recommend going to Girona. First of all, I think we can all agree that the weather wasn't like the best for the 3 days we were there. It was March after all. It was still actually nice to get away and ride different roads. So it's like, it's a bit of a refresh, but in a different way. So you're refreshing yourself so that you're not having to like ride on bad roads that you do like here where I live in South Wales, and you're able to ride on smoother roads, much more sort of flowing descents and climbs that don't take like any sort of space in your head. Like you don't have to focus on roundabouts, you don't have to focus on traffic lights as much. I also think that the area, like I know lots of people are saying like, oh, Calpe would have been a great place to go, or obviously the Canary Islands because of the weather and things like that. But like in terms of like Girona being like a hub, like a cycling hub, I don't think I've ever been somewhere where you can have sort of such normality with, you know, like the culture and the fact that, you know, just people are going about their business in this little town. But you also have like some of the best professional cyclists in the world living there. And to name drop like 2 riders in particular that we saw, Brandon McNulty, who's walking past the big donut shop. Yeah, he didn't get a big donut, but I can understand why. And Daryl Impey, who is actually riding with another guy who I'm not sure who it was. But like the fact of the matter is, like, they would go back to Girona, like they would do their training ride, they'd go back into town, and then they would just live like a normal person. And like normal person things carried on in the town. And so when we were there, it was like we stayed in Old Town, and we were like a 10-second walk from some great coffee shops. We were a 10-second walk from like a supermarket that virtually had everything we needed, like eating out and everything else, like normal people things. Like it was very easy to do that. As far as the roads and climbs go, I know I was recommended climbs, I was recommended routes by people, and there was only so much I could do because I was sort of under the influence of like what we had to do for the photo shoots and things. But riding Rocacoba, riding, you know, Els Angels, 2 of the most famous climbs in the region, like they certainly reminded me of what like I miss when I'm not abroad and I'm here in the UK. They were just as good as the climbs that I've had when I've travelled, you know, much further afield. And that was actually my first time in mainland Spain. So there are some like, you know, negatives to the place, like the fact that I can imagine if you were a professional cyclist and you were living there, like it might be difficult. Like you might be in your head a lot when you see other pros out training and you're sort of comparing yourself, and you know, it might be very difficult to get your head around. I can imagine that the fact that there's some very nice places to eat there, that can also be quite difficult to overcome as a professional athlete unless you have the best discipline in the world. Like I said about the fact that the place is, you know, even without the cycling, it's layered in culture, it's layered in like great architecture. Like some of the pictures that we got from the old town and even from like villages out of Girona itself were just like were stunning. So, you know, things like, you know, it takes a while to get out because you've got lots of traffic lights, but you know, you get that anywhere anyway, don't you? So all in all, it was a wonderful place to be, and I would highly recommend it. So if you're looking for somewhere new and you've never been there, then why not have a go again out there this year? Anyway, that's gonna be it from me. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.